Hello everyone, Corn here and welcome to my channel. I'm working on a project for a friend of mine, and I thought a lot of times when I do a project I ask you all if you'd like to come along with me and at least make or put together something. And just wanted to show you some of the stuff I've been doing, not finished, not decorated yet, but this is a little box. I know it looks very similar to the ones that Judy from my scrapbook loft showed us how to make, but it is different. It opens this way, and I'm working on some flowers for my friend, and so that she can use in whatever project she's working on if she would like to. So that's a little different for me. This one's very different for me. This box, let me get this paper. I saw on the channel The Creative Life Studios, and I'll open this up on my project share and show you what's inside. But yeah, that's what I made to hold certain, I'm learning that instead of just doing bags, which I've been doing for years, that a few little boxes are fun to do. And this one reminds me so much of a pet carrier. If it had a handle here, you know what I mean? Doesn't that look like a pet carrier? And I just laugh. Handsome and I were laughing because we were like, look, there's the fur of the little pet in there. And I'm going to open this up. I'll show you what we're working with. I'll open it up when we're finished decorating and show you this that I made. This is pretty common, dealing with 2 envelopes and then decorating them. And so what I had already done, since this is what Dollar Tree calls sheer ribbon, we usually call organza, and I went ahead and put just a little bit of Fabri-Tac right here. Since it's sheer, it just goes right into kind of make sure it stays put while we put these pieces on. And let's get started. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that life is good for everyone. Maybe I should put a little more light in here. Let's see. So first off, I have this crocodile. It's a corner chopper, and I'm going to go ahead I went ahead and, you know how long it takes me to do anything. So I went ahead and picked this piece because with working on these colors, I'm dealing with, in distressed ink, I'm dealing with peacock feathers, wilted violet, and also the vintage photo actually comes into play at times. And I just kept, the whole time I was working on my projects for her, I kept thinking, peacock, these are peacock colors. So I found this, this is a piece of ephemera from Punch Studio. I've loved Punch Studio since I was young, 2 weeks ago. And no, 40 years, I'm going to say, or longer. And so I was real happy. You can still get some of the, or I think you can, I'm not sure. Tuesday Morning had this package of them. I got all the ones they had from the Punch Studio because, like I said, they're one of my favorites when it comes to paper of any kind. And then this piece is, Michael's put out something like Purple Passion, where it was just your solid colors in various shades of lavender up to purple, deep purple. Then this piece of lace, I think, is from Hobby Lobby. And then this little tiny ribbon that we're going to put in the center of it is from Dollar Tree. They come out with these great colors at Dollar Tree when it's Easter. So what I thought I'd do first, since this has a shape like this, what a lovely shape. Doesn't it look like a beautiful window? So what I thought we'd do first is just, with our crocodile, do the 1/2 inch, which is over here, and just at the top. Although that doesn't want to go anywhere. There it is. I was going to say, that's not right. Just do the top of this piece, just to coordinate, you know, so it's like so, you know. And then I think, see how I went around this with the wilted violet. I think, let's see. Sometimes I go and try to find a piece of paper that's, is this exactly like it? Yes. And just see what it looks like on a scrap piece first. If it shows up well. It shows up. We'll do that. And then I want to go around this, not with the ink, but with my Tombow marker. The reason it shows up is because, as you know, purple is red and blue together. And the reason it's showing up on this is because this has a lot more red in it, this, the wilted violet. Now the paper, this paper that is on this project is paper. It's not cardstock. This is cardstock, but this is paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. Did your Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago they just bundled a bunch of paper that they weren't going to sell anymore and put it on the clearance wall? Well, that's where that came from. I was tickled pink to get that. Some of the paper, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't real thrilled with, but these pieces I love because I like working with paper, not just cardstock. Let's get our corners here. There we go. Okay. So, can you all see that? I can see it. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not, but I can see it. Although it looks like the bottom needs a little bit more. If I hadn't said it again, this is Distress Oxide on this one, and it's the wilted violet. Okay, better. And I kind of, excuse me, I kind of stink on ice when it comes to placing things. You know how some people have done it for years and they just go, boom, they stick it on there and they're fine. I need to, especially since this is a pattern piece of paper, I need to say, come over, you know, 1 square on the side, 2 squares on the top to get it to where I want it. That's how I roll. Excuse me, and like I said, it always kills me how I have to clear my throat when I'm on a video. I'm not sure why. We'll do it like that. Okay. And what I'm going to use to put that down is the Fabri-Tac. I still love this stuff. I really do. I think it's too expensive, but I love it. the center pretty good because of the ribbon. Okay. Let me see if that's, no, let's come over a little. And you all know I sometimes take my brayer. This one needs washing. I just go over it. You can hear the glue underneath it. Give it a nice little press. Okay. Alrighty. And then I wanted to put some lace on here, which I just realized I should have done it before I place this down. And that's what happens, because then I can cut, you know, the edges just right. Oh boy. Well, that's what I get for, you know, not planning it real well. That's the thing about my videos. There's no editing at this time, so you're going to get what you see is what you get. If I take that in the middle, of course we don't have to go right to the edge like I've been doing. Let's see what happens, or I still might. Okay. Oh, that was a lovely straight cut. Not. Anybody who's been here with me for a while knows I have issues with cutting anything straight. I'm like, no. If it matched up perfectly, then I'd be fine. But since it doesn't, I can't do that. Let's see. That would be like here. Oh, that cut is just, oh, I can save that. But this one's redunculous. How we do better? Yes, we're better. Now I gotta clean off my scissors. Alrighty, and what I do with this one, if they're a thick lace, I go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac, but if they are not, then I go ahead and use art glitter glue. They're real thin, like this is a thin one. And first I go down the middle so I can put it where I want, and then I go each side instead of doing it all in at one time. Again, now you don't have to wonder why it takes me forever to do something, because this is the way I do it. Now I just need to make sure I'm in the center. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, about 6 up. Okay. And as you know, you just got to make sure that you're doing it on the correct side when it comes to lace. So what I do, I have to do it this way because my eyesight is poor. I tell you, if I came here regularly to this channel, I would be so tired of hearing that. But I have some new subscribers. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate it. And so I thought I'd let them know. Oh, man. I was trying to avoid that and didn't do it. Let me see here. I did 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't have to do top and bottom since our middle is done, but I've noticed when our crafts are being shipped places, even if we wrap them just so sometimes, you know, things will happen. So what I do is I go ahead and put just a little bit on these edges. Just a little, so that they'll stay down. The person that this is going to likes clean and simple. So part of me constantly wants to do like a little more, do a little more of this and a little more of that. And I do think you can do too much, personally put too much on. I have thrown a project away because I just kept going and going. And I was like, what am I doing? And it ended up being too much, you know? And I was like, I don't want that to go out like that. And so I keep telling myself, clean and simple, clean and simple. See, I think that's just a touch. Just a teeny, teeny, tiny touch. I wish I knew how to cut straight. Because I don't. Okay, now normally I put this on with my Fabri-Tac, but it is so teeny, teeny, tiny, and my Fabri-Tac is not, the opening is not, therefore it would squish out. So I'm going to attempt the art glitter glue, even though I don't normally do this. So let's see what happens when we do this. Something tells me I have to put enough on there for it to, you know what I mean? I can't do it super light. For it to stick. I've seen other people do it, but I've never done it before. Let's see what happens, y'all. I got a little heavy-handed there. Uh-oh. Let's see. So far, so good. It's interesting. It has a little movement to it, doesn't it? Okay. All right. And then around here, do I put the turquoise pen around, or do I put the purple, since I've gone with so much purple? The person who is receiving this loves pink and purple, but I always associate her with purple because I saw her receive something. I might go this route, which is what I've been using. This is Tombow Markers 623. I saw her receive something like early on when I started watching her, and she just got so excited about it being purple. And so to me, you know, it was like, ooh. And I just kept associating her with that color, even though she loves pink too. Like me, those are actually my two favorite. Pink first, and then lavender for me. Handsome gets a kick out of purple when it's matched with gold, because he thinks it looks so royal, you know. Okay. I always pull out my Tombow markers to do things like that in the colors I use, and that's, in this project, that's what it is. It's the paper, remember on my haul, my last haul, I said I was going to do something for my friend, and I had done the haul some time ago, so I've been working on this project for my friend for several weeks now. Like you all know, I've just been so upset about my country that I was like, oh, I'll post it later. I kept saying that. And I have been working, like I said, my crafting mojo kind of went downhill. But what I've learned to do when I'm in that frame of mind is just to do a little something every day, just a little something. You know, before I think, sometimes I'd craft 3/4 of a day, seriously, until my eyes hurt. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stop. But this is called Autumn Twilight, but I got it because of all this purple and lavender in here. And they always give you like a bonus, they say bonus pattern on the back of the cover, and that's what I'm going to use for the card. And what I've been doing, I love the pumpkins. The pumpkins are gorgeous, but on a lot of, there's maybe 1 or 2 pumpkins you can see, but on a lot of it, I'm covering up with flowers like, you know, like, oh, look, there goes the pumpkin. That's a little big. Or here's a ribbon flower that I took the ink to, you know, there, see? Pumpkin's gone. That's what I've been doing to say goodbye to the pumpkins. So normally, a lot of times I would put this up on some foam, but I'm going to leave it as is because of, you know, it being flat here. She can store this differently than if it's up on foam. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to leave that flat. And just that I will place, since we're dealing with lace and ribbon that it has to go over, I'm going to place that on there with the Fabri-Tac, because this definitely gives me some time also to put it where I want it, and it goes well over lace, real well. That wasn't a very pleasant noise, was it? Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to have to do with this is hold this up for me so I can put it just where I want it. Boy, that's a pretty piece, isn't it? Maybe go over just a smidge. Okay. Dang it, I had some glue on my finger. That ain't right. I think I got it all. Okay. Alrighty. We're not doing anything too heavy duty here, but at the same time, I thought we could do it together, you know? It always takes me forever and a day. So, there it is. That's what we've made together. And then, or we can take our, I didn't do this yet. I thought we could do this together too. We'll take our ends here, give them a little fishtail. Let's do it this way like I always do. You can also give them a point if you want. That's pretty too. And then this one we can go in a little further since it's hanging over the edge there. I love organza ribbon, but it's so slippery, isn't it? Okay, so we've got a bow on the front. And what I did was put my envelopes I got. They're very nice envelopes. I got them from Amazon. And what I did was go ahead and, you know, it'll have the pieces that come down like this. And I went ahead and cut them straight across and then cut, you know, pull them over here and cut them off, these 4 pieces here, so that we could just have some pockets. And then covered them in these 3 papers and then just, you know, went like so. And this person that this is going to, she does a lot of different crafting, a lot of different projects, but a lot of us here on YouTube think of her cards. I mean, she is fantastic when it comes to cards. And so what I did was I embossed some of the papers that I've been using. And this is a Tim Holtz Sizzix embossing folder. This one is a Doris embossing folder with the birdies. And then this one, I think this is a Doris too, I think. And I don't know if you can see since it's a pattern paper, but it also is embossed with leaves and actually with leaves. So this paper though comes from Downton Abbey. Do you remember when Tuesday Morning had the Downton Abbey paper pad? That's where that comes from. And I just took my circle punch and did the punch here, but I went over, as you see, all of it. I could take my punch and go down further to match with this, but I thought that looked kind of cute, having that piece that has the wilted violet ink on it, you know, or oxide on it. And then this one, I think that's Doris too. And then this one, who did the roses? I'm not sure which embossing folder that one is with the roses. And this is a Tim Holtz also. Actually, I always put it like so, okay? So that she can use these with her cards, or if she's like me, and a lot of times, like, you know, when you see me do this, when I do my teeny tiny collages and stuff, I like to do it with, not always, but sometimes with paper that's been embossed also. That's kind of fun. Give that texture. But, see, and that's folds up like so. And then the bow, which will take too much time, but, and then we've done the back. Okay. And I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.